Hello?
Hey, Christian Swing, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you, my friend. How are you doing?
Okay, thank you. How are you? It's good?
Thank you first for emailing me. I'm happy to hear from you. And I am more happy that you are very polite, from your email. I appreciate the way you spoke to me. And I welcome you here. What do you like to share with us?
Thank you very much. I was just wondering, is it, I've been following your challenge for a long time.
Okay.
And if I want to see some verses, or like if I want something in my screen, so where can I?
What do you mean? You want to show me things from the Quran, you mean?
No, I say if I want you to put something on the screen, so I can, so in which way can I follow it?
Okay, like what do you want? What do you want?
Okay, we can come there. I was just wondering, like, if it's...
No problem. Yeah, I always I like to put reference on the screen. No problem. Okay. But you have to tell me what exactly you are talking about. Okay, go ahead. What do you want to say?
Okay, of course. I can just begin with, my English is not so good. As I told you earlier, I live in a Scandinavian country.
All right.
To be especially, I live in Sweden, but I have an Asian background.
Okay.
I'm a Muslim, always been Muslim. And lately, like before I come in contact to your channel, I've been listening lots of debates in speaker corners, and it's never my intention to prove someone wrong. It's for my own knowledge, because I've been reading Quran since I was a child with the translation, and there are as I follow these different debates, there are different types of questions come up, and as I follow you, you have also, and I don't find many people could answer.
Okay.
So I was wondering if it's better if I talk to you personally.
Sure. Good. I'm happy to hear from you, and let's go straight to the questions, and so we can, get into the conversation.
Of course.
Deep. Yeah.
Yes. I'm not really ready, but but I have some notes I have written for myself. The thing is, I was wondering, I've always had this conversation. There are some verses in the Quran. I can maybe show you.
Okay.
It's because I know I've heard lots of debates, like people say Quran is a copy of the books from before. And I have especially one verse I can just show you. Just for example, because I know there's a word, just a second. Because I know you have been speaking about these words also before, but I will show you just a second.
No problem.
Yeah, we can take, it's from the Thunder, I think chapter Thunder, verse 16.
Chapter what?
Its name is Ar-Rad, the Thunder.
Ar-Rad. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I think it's chapter 13, verse 16.
All right.
Just to
verse 16.
Yes.
All right.
Where,
okay.
In compared to the verse I also look in the Bible, it's, correct me if I'm wrong, it's 2 Corinthians 6:14.
Okay. All right.
Yes. What I find is, because I've been lately also reading Bible, so what I found, if you take this verse, the Quran verse, and with the Bible, they speak about light cannot. They said light and darkness cannot go together. I don't know if you have the verse in front of you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here you notice that the Quran is copying from the Bible. You mean?
No, I've heard this debate many times.
Okay.
I have heard this point. But,
okay.
What my thought is, there cannot be. It's either how you see it, because you cannot either see it it's a copy, or you can either see it it's
I will make it simple for you. Yeah. First of all, I can say, well, this is the same God repeating the same thing. So what a big deal, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but this is not the case. Why? If we go to verse number 13, you will see that according to the Quran, the angel, the rod, is not a thunder. The rod is an angel. So the Quran is full of fictions. If you go and read the interpretation, any interpretation you wish, the thunder is an angel who glorify Allah, and he have a fire belt in his hand. So when he moved his right hand, they asked Muhammad, so what is the light we see? He said, this is when he moved his fire belt toward 70,000 angels in his right hand. What about the other light we see? He says, this is when he moved his fire belt to the other 70 in his left hand. So this is an angel. He's in charge of the thunder, and he drive the cloud from place to place. So here we notice that Islam is not just, copying. Islam is copying everything, including fiction stories. You know what I mean? So suddenly the thunder, if we go to interpretation now, and I will show it to you on the screen. You see my screen?
Yes, I can see that. Yeah.
Okay, I will go to 13:13, and we will read the interpretation.
No, I think it was 13:16. The words I want.
Yeah, but I went just to show you that okay. It's not the same, because simply Muhammad, he copied from everybody. He copied fiction stories too. So here it says, if you read with me, this is Tafsir al-Jalalain. The thunder who is in charge of the cloud driving them, while he constantly proclaim his praise, that he says glory to Allah through his praise. All right, and then it says here, and he say Bismillahi wa bihamdihi, etc. And to the angels proclaim his praise in a way of him that is of God. He unleashed the thunderbolt. These are fire which is issues from the cloud, and submit to whom he will. So we have verses in the Bible about God. He can use the nature, he can use thunder to punish people too. But here you will notice that suddenly the thunder is an angel. He's in charge of the cloud. If we go to Ibn Kathir, we'll see the same story. This is Ibn Kathir. Let us go. So what I'm trying to say to you, like in Quran chapter 9 verse number 60, the Quran says that Muhammad is an ear. Why they call him ear? Because simply he is an ear. He's like a radar. If he hear anything, he take it, he put it in the Quran. So it's not going to be surprised if Muhammad he hear, like he obviously there's many things. Actually, he copy even Paul. We can quote many verses.
Just to
if you read me here before we continue, I will give you the mic. Here you say it says here. This is Ibn Kathir. Explain about the rod, and he is saying, let us see here. I hope they do not take it off, because Ibn Kathir in English is different from Ibn Kathir in Arabic. It says here.
Just consider what I'm trying to mean here.
Yeah.
This is not my main point. Like, it's not about the verses. What I was trying to make my point is how can we explain the verses in the Quran? Because at the same time, there are verses in the Quran where God said that Prophet Muhammad couldn't read and write.
Who said Muhammad cannot read? Where it says that?
But this is a story when the angel Jibril visited Prophet Muhammad. Is it like you can...
No, my friend, anyone who speaks Arabic, he should know that this is not true, because the word ummi does not mean he don't speak, he don't read or write. If you go in the Quran, in 2 seconds I will prove it to you. If we type the word ummi, this is the word the Muslim they keep using to explain that Muhammad is an illiterate, right?
Yes.
Okay, but this is the word does not mean a person who do not know read or to write. Remember here we are talking about God and religion. We are not talking about education of someone want to go to school. So Muhammad he is a person who do not know God. He is from the Gomai. The Gomai is the pagan. You know, if you go to chapter 2 as an example, not limited, verse number 78, it says here, and there among them the Jews. No, this is not about the Jews actually. This is false. They add the word Jews. وَمِنْهُمْ أُمِّيُّونَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ الْكِتَابِ. And from among them, illiterate people who know not the book. So do you see who is the illiterate? It's someone who do not know the book. It's not about not knowing how to write, how to read. And this is repeated many times in the Quran. I can show you another verse. Chapter 3, verse number 20. Here is dividing the people to two kinds of people. Ummiyin and Muslims. Okay, why the Muslims are all the Muslims do not know how to write, how to read? The Quran call all Muslims Ummiyin. Here it says, those who they are giving the scriptures, between two brackets, the Jews and the Christians, and those who they are illiterate. Do you see it?
So it's in Arabic, so I cannot...
No, I'm showing you in English.
Okay,
let me give you the website I'm using, so you can switch with me as I switch.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So the Muslims, sadly, they claim that they are the one who knows their religion, but in fact, we are the Christians who taught them their religion always. And this is why Muhammad, he refused to debate the monks who came to him from Najran. So here it says clearly, if you open the verse, yeah. Those who they are illiterate, between two brackets, and this is the Muslim translation, remember, not mine, between two brackets, Arab pagans. So those who they are giving the books are not illiterate. But is it possible that all the Christians go to school at that time? That is impossible, you know. That is impossible. There's people who they are poor. There's no school actually, you know. I mean, the one who teach them usually at that time is a rabbi or a monk, the church. But no, there's no school. So the Quran divide the group of people into two. People who have scriptures, those cannot be called illiterate. Why? Because they are given a book. But doesn't mean all of them they know how to write, how to read. And the other group is the illiterate about God, about God. They are pagan. So the Muslim, they could not even find a very simple thing to explain their book. This is how I find Islam very awkward, and I wonder how in the world Islam is established and how the Muslim cannot see it. I mean, it's in front of you. It doesn't say that, or I'm making things up.
Yeah, the other thing is, as I told you always, there can always be like how you see it.
No. It's not about how you see it, my friend. We have to be clear here. This is how we see it, or this is how it is. It says the illiterate, who they are the pagan. So there's two groups. The people. Why the Quran is not calling the Christians and the Jews illiterate? Because they are not. They are not illiterate about God. They are people of the book. You cannot call someone he knew God and he have the book of God illiterate. So those who they are Gomai, those are the pagan, are the one who they are illiterate, and that is Muhammad. Let me show you another verse. I can show you tons of verses, not only that. Even Muhammad himself, he was sent as an illiterate, as a pagan, to the pagan. If you go to chapter 62, verse number 2, and let me give you the link so you can open it easy too, to make it easier for you to follow with me. Read with me. He it is who sent among the illiterate once messenger, Muhammad, from among themselves. So they are illiterate too. And he is illiterate. Do you see it?
You know, I've as I told you, I've seen your, and I've seen many debates where you have been speaking about these verses. And I've been also like following there. People say like, if we follow it as it says, a people among from themselves, in that case, it will be someone who is illiterate to someone who is also illiterate.
But there's no way all the Arab are illiterate. Illiterate here is about what? About illiterate who they are not having the book. Okay, I will give you another one. Does the Quran confirm that Muhammad is a pagan?
I'm not so sure about it, you know.
Okay, let us be sure then. In the Quran, it says, actually, I'm not sure what verse I will show you. I have tons of them, but I'm just trying to take a shortcut. Okay. If we go,
just one question, CP, so as I can follow you. So if I understand you correct, you mean in this case that this think about that Prophet Muhammad is illiterate, it's not true. Is that what you're trying to tell me so I can understand?
Muhammad never was illiterate. Muhammad, he used to learn, and he learned how to write, how to read long before. Muhammad, he used to be a businessman working for Khadija, correct? And those who work in buying and selling, they have to calculate, they have to write down notes, because this is how trade work. You cannot be a person who go from place to place and you do not know how to write, how to read. People will laugh at you. People will fool you, will scam you. So in the Quran here, in chapter 93, it says, he found you lost, not as they say here, wandering, lost, and he gave you guidance. What was Muhammad lost? What does that mean if somebody is lost?
Yeah, it can be in the meaning like lost from religion.
Okay, but lost what? I mean, for sure not lost about finding his way in the street. So a person who follows the true God is not lost, correct?
Yeah.
All right. But we have more verses to confirm what we are going to talk about. There's more verses confirm that Muhammad, he have zero faith in the true God, as we see here in chapter 42, verse number 52. It says, Ma kunta tadri. Here we go. Do you know Arabic?
No, you know.
Okay, it's okay, it's okay, no problem. But I'm just, because if you know Arabic, that will make it easier for me. So in verse number, chapter 42, verse number 52, it says, if you read with me here, thou knows not before that what was revelation and what was faith. This is the Muslim translation. You change the translation, by the way, you will find a new, suddenly new Quran, because every Muslim translation is a fiction translation, trying to make the Quran look better. Different translation. It says here, you know not what is the book, nor what is faith. If I say to you, you have zero faith, you do not know what faith. What does that mean? Not only you do not know the book, you don't have faith. You do not know what faith. What do you think?
Of course, yeah.
Another, actually, just to make it more simple about Muhammad, he knew how to write, to read. When Muhammad was dying, he asked them to bring him papers and pen, like, you know, the ink pen, you know, old days. When he was dying, he said to the Muslims, bring me a paper and a pen, I will write for you a book, so you will not ever be misled after this. How Muhammad asking them for pen and paper if you do not know how to write, how to read, and he want to write for them. And this is, let me show you the hadith. Here.
You know, CP, what I was thinking.
Okay. Do you see the hadith? Before we continue.
Of course.
This is this is Al-Bukhari. This is not any fiction, you know. This is very authentic. So he said, Muhammad in his death, he said, bring for me paper, and I will write for you a statement after which you will not go astray. Do you see it?
I cannot see it in my, but I'm
okay,
listening.
I will send you the link, no problem. Here we go.
Yeah, of course.
You can open it and see it. So a person who do not know how to write, how to read, he will not say, bring me a pen. You know, he will say, write for me this, correct? Is that correct?
Right. Yes.
Yeah. But he's not asking for a writer to write. He said, bring me a paper and a pen so I will write for you. Is that confirmed to you? Like now 100% that Muhammad, obviously he knew how to write, how to read?
You know, as I see it right now, but you know, I'm the person I like to take my time. That's the reason why I'm calling you.
But here I wanna take your attention for something very important. Do you see what happened in this hadith here? This is authentic, very much authentic. This is al-Bukhari. That means everything the Muslims have is a lie. Why? Because Muhammad is claiming that this is what he will write is what will make them not to be misled. Correct? What he was going to write is what the Muslims is they need so they will not be misled. So the whole Quran was a joke then. And then you will notice here that Umar ibn Khattab, he says Hajar al-Rasul, which means he lost his mind. He's being stupid. And he said, we have the Quran and that's enough. We have the Quran, read carefully. You know? Actually here in the hadith doesn't say it, but I can show it to you from different hadith. So Umar, he said to them, no, don't give him anything. This guy, he lost his mind. Hajar al-Rasul, you know, imagine how somebody he say such a thing. So Umar, he says, we have the book of Allah and that is enough. We don't want him to write anything more. All of those is authentic hadith.
You know, CP, as I told you, as I follow your YouTube videos, then the question will be, why all this big conspiracy? You understand what I'm trying to say? Because if we also look like how many people follow Islam, you know, if you remember when I talked to you first time, I told you, for me it's more important to coming to the truth. So then it will be many questions. Okay, then why Islam is here?
So what? There is atheist is here. People who worship Satan are here. Buddhism is here. You know, there's a billion, trillion religion in this earth. So what? Why evil here? Why evil is here? Why Satan is here? Is Satan is here?
Yes, Satan is.
Yeah. So everybody, you know, cockroaches are here. Worms are here. So this is what the struggle of a human being is about. Is about you follow the truth and the truth will set you free. And you have a freedom to choose. By the way, in Islam, you don't have freedom to choose because Muslims believe in destiny, which make Islam more stupid. Because if I have a destiny to believe in Islam, so what the point to convert to Islam? I did not convert because this is destiny. So Islam is backward in every aspect you can imagine. It's stupid, it's wrong, history wrong, science wrong, language wrong. The Quran full of mistakes in Arabic. And then they'd say to you, this is an amazing religion, but not for me. I find it very stupid, very silly. Same time, you know, like I'm asking you now about your logic. If this is what make a religion right, well, Christianity is the biggest belief in the world. Does that mean we are right and everybody wrong? That's because we are many? What is that? This is false. Because simply, upon the time, once Jesus had only 12 disciples, correct?
Yes.
So does that mean that Jesus at that time he was wrong because others believed they were way more? According to Muslim Muhammad himself, he had the first believer was his wife. So, yes. Okay, yes. Does that mean Muhammad was wrong at that time? And then when the number became bigger, he became right? So this is not a healthy logic. And speaking about Muhammad become his wife, she became the first believer as Muhammad claimed. Do you know what happened?
Sorry, I didn't hear you. The last part.
Do you know what happened? Like how his wife, she became like she believed him that this is an angel who come into Muhammad, Khadija. She did striptease to him.
I've heard this debate when you have it.
Yeah. So here you see, I mean, this is stupid. I mean, what kind of a prophet? He himself do not know if he has seen an angel or not. And then the wife, she asked him to sit in the top of her right leg and then the left leg. and then she asked him to sit in the top of her in a sexual position, taking off her clothes, and then because the angel supposedly he cannot see the angel in the corner, she confirmed for him that this is an angel. Shouldn't Muhammad himself, is a prophet of God, receive the confirmation from God if this is an angel or not? His wife, who's his wife? If his wife was a pagan woman, then how his wife, she can tell him who's an angel, who's not?
You know, CB, this is the thing, like, because as I have listened to your channel and many of the debates, especially, you know, what I was also like going in my mind, as I told you, the many scholars from the speaker corners, you know, I follow like many. You have Brother Mansour, Brother Hashim, and I've never seen them.
Those aren't scholars, those are potato. What scholar? They don't even dare to speak to me for a second.
So that's what I mean. That's make
Scholars?
more doubtful. You see, that's making more doubtful. And that's the reason why we are talking here today.
Okay. You know what?
You know, it's hard,
I want to make it easier for you. Tell me what is holding you to stay as a Muslim. And let's see if I can convince you that you are wrong. So tell me why you are still a Muslim.
You know, I've been like reading the Quran, okay? I know like there are many.
You are reading the false Quran.
Sorry.
Because you are reading the translation, correct?
I'm reading a translation, yes.
Exactly. So you never read the Quran. The Quran translation have nothing to do with the Quran. And I assure you that. And you can choose every single translation you wish. You will find that all of them, they are false. But anyway, continue.
You know, there's, yeah, so what I have found, because, you know, you know, it's very hard because, you know, if you're born into a Muslim, okay, it's most of the time it's not too easy to think this is not the right path, because you think automatically this is the right path. It's depend on how you, like how much deep you want to know. For me, I have always been interested like to learn about and listen to different debates. So until now, what I have read in the Quran, I've seen like many signs and many things.
Give me one. Let us go one over one. Let us see if those signs you see is true.
We can just take an example. If you know this, let me say, it's about the star, you know, the sound the stars make.
But the sun what?
You know the star.
What star?
Make noise. There's a verse about...
the stars make noise?
Yeah, how the stars, it sounds. If you know the verse, what
I'm not sure about making noise. What do you mean? But let me search in Google, Prophet Google, about Muslim claiming something in the Quran. Make noise. Quran.
The sound of the star.
Miracles.
Like, it's like a knocking door. If
it's what? Okay, hold on. Let me. I'm looking for in Google to see where Muslim mention. Okay, knocking door. Okay. You are talking about An-Najm al-Tariq. Let us see. Yeah, al-Tariq. You see, here you see the deception. If you read every Islamic interpretation, do you see anything of what they are saying today? So how come the Arab who speak Arabic never mentioned this before? Now the Western, they discover something, we try to match it with the Quran. And that's what the Muslims try to do. You say to them, Big Bang. They say to you, we will find you the Big Bang in the Quran. You say, At-Tariq, they will say to you, oh, the Quran, speak about it, you know. At-Tariq, let us go. I will just show you how the Muslims, they fabricate answers always. Always. This is the tafsir. This is the government website of Saudi Arabia is not opening. Let us see here. So this is Ibn Kathir, and I will open Ibn Kathir in English too.
Okay.
But this is Ibn Kathir in Arabic. At-Tariq is just a name the Arab they gave to the star before Islam even exists. And the reason it's called this way, because it appears at night, not because it's come or it make noise or knock at the door. So here you will see it says, Al-Qutada, إنما سمي النجم الطارق لأنه إنما يرى بالليل ويختفي بالنهار. I will use Google Translation. Here we go. That's all. Have nothing to do. This is not Muhammad giving the name. This is not Allah giving the name. This is the Arab call this star. If this is true, that means the Arab, the pagan, they are the one who knows God more than Muhammad. Do you see it? At-Tariq, because it's called, this is star called At-Tariq, because it's only visible at night and disappear during the day. So it come to our door, but it's not knocking at the door. Make noise. By the way, all the stars make noise because they have explosions on them.
No, my understanding is like of this verse is like.
Do you see? I mean, do you see the interpretation, my friend? Did you see the interpretation, or this is my fabrication now? Do you see it? This is Ibn Kathir. Okay, so this is the original meaning, the reason for the meaning. The Muslim today, they try to fabricate and make it about something else. But this is not what it says. This is not the reason. And this is a name given by the Arab, not Allah. You see, if the Arab is the one who gave this, I mean, if Muhammad is the first one who says that word and he have different meaning, I would say, okay, Muhammad, how he knew that? But this is a name, is even they call a human being Tariq. A human being, his name is Tariq. There's before Islam. So this is very well known, have nothing to do with knocking doors. And the Arab call it this way because this star appear only in daytime and come to their doors, which means come to them to appear at night. And this is the interpretation in front of you. But here you notice, by the way, what kind of God he speak about this? What is the point? Nothing. Because if you read with me, Allah, he swear by such a star. How come the Muslim did not notice that this is a pagan swear? Why God, he swear by a star called At-Tariq? Why Allah swear by the heaven? Why Allah swear by the other star? The person. What's wrong with this God? Because God do not swear by something is less value than him if he swear. As an example, your God, he swear by the fig. Wat-tin was zaytun. So how come the Muslim did not notice something fishy here and something silly? When Allah, he swear by the heaven, does that mean we shall believe him now? What do you think? Like, does that make Allah more truthful when he swear by the heaven and the star? If I swear by my cat, if I have a cat or a dog, does that mean you have to believe me now that I'm truthful? Is that a star is so dear to Allah? Like, is it maybe the mother of Allah, maybe the nurse of Allah, maybe the sister of Allah? Well, why Allah swear by a star?
You know, it can be his creation. But the thing is, as I told you, this is not like in the details what I'm trying to say. My question is,
my
like,
friend, our creation, Apple made the mouse, okay? So does that mean the maker of Apple, they swear by the mouse? Don't you think this is silly? So yeah, like we bring the one who started the company of Apple in the court. He have a problem. He want to prove that he is saying the truth. So he bring with him a mouse and he say, I swear by this mouse. What is this? Well, you swear by your creation. Your creation is equal to nothing. It's your creation. A person, he swear by something like big in value. Big to whom? Isn't you Muslim? You say Allahu Akbar. What Akbar mean? The Muslim, they say Allah is a greater. So, which is false, by the way. Akbar does not mean greater. Akbar mean bigger. But we will go with that. So, how the greater swear by the less great? He is the greater.
You see, CP, this type of questions, what I'm trying to say is I'm not suitable to answer because I'm not into, as you say, I'm not like.
I'm not
a
asking you,
scholar.
my friend. I'm not asking you to answer. I'm asking you to think with me. You see, I'm not expecting you to answer. But I'm expecting you, as an adult, mature, seeking the truth, to think. Why God wanna swear? Like imagine a God, you know, that you are watching a movie about God who is so powerful, etc., and then he swear by the turtle.
It can be a saying, you know, like if it can be a
Okay,
style
hold on.
of
Just to show
writing,
you,
you see.
before you
Just
continue, if you go with me little bit, you will see something very stupid. According to the Quran, it says here يخرج من بين خلق من ماء دافق يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب. According to the Quran, the same chapter, verse number 6 and 7, the sperm come from the man and the woman. The woman's sperm coming from her ribs, and the man's sperm coming from his backbone. But both are wrong. Do you really believe? I mean, do you need even to be genius to know? Do you really believe that women have a sperm and it's coming from their ribs? What do you think?
No, I've listened it before, and that's the thing, because there is the reason why I need to understand, and people normally don't knowledge these things. That's the reason, like because I've been also in contact with some Muslims, and you never get to these things, and the reason is also you never get to ask like this kind of question, because you are not, how you say it, like you're not really in details when you just come to the Quran. It can be also wrong, because
No,
as you told
hold
me,
on. You see, focus with me. Focus with me for a second, please. Listen, as long we mention the chapter, can we mention other verses in the chapter? How come the Muslim they saw the chapter speaking about the star is called the Tariq, which is funny, but how come they did not see that the same chapter is speaking about a woman, she have a sperm coming from her ribs, and the man have a sperm coming from his backbone? How come they see something, they did not see the rest? Because the rest is stupid. This one, we can fool people with it. Read with me. This is Ibn Kathir. Do you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Ibn Kathir, he is explaining the verse. So you will see it's not my statement about the sperm of the women. By the way, women, they are lying to us. They claim that they have breast, but those are not breasts. Those are breast testicles. Because obviously they have a sperm according to Allah and coming from there. At-Tara'ib is not only the ribs, it is the top. You see where like, you know, if you put your finger between your two ribs meet in the top, right away in the top, like next to your neck, you know what I mean? There's like a hole. The women, their hole here is deeper, right? This is Tara'ib. So according to the Quran, read carefully. He created you from gushing forth, meaning sexual fluid that comes out, burst forth from the man and the woman. Human being created from sexual fluid coming from the man and the women, not the man only. The women see have sexual fluid, which will make the baby, and thus the child is produced from both of them by the permission of Allah, for sure, by permission of Allah. Are you kidding me? And then, meaning the backbones of the man and the ribs of the women. Do you see it? Let me zoom in. How come the Muslims, and you are one of them, you notice what you claim to be a miracle science in the Quran, but you did not see how silly the Quran about tons of things? I mean, this is so obvious, so clear. How come nobody see it?
And that's the question why I'm also asking you.
No, this is not a question you're asking me. This is a question you're asking yourself. Why the Muslims, they don't see? Simply because they hide anything will make Muhammad look stupid and the Quran look dummy. And we try to find something, we manipulate the language to make it fit with science. But in reality, the second we read the Quran carefully, we'll find that the science will die laughing at the Quran. And yes, you know, by the way, people are not agreeing with me that women, they have a breast testicles. My friend, what are you talking about? Allah says so, must mean Allah made true. Listen, how Allah, he knew that women, they have sperm coming from their ribs. This is amazing. But imagine, my friend, if it's true, like if science discover that really women, they have semen coming from their ribs, the Muslim will go crazy. They will make millions of videos about it. But now, because this is very silly and very stupid, and obviously it's wrong, the Muslim, they bury it. It's the same chapter, it's just 2 verses after. They saw those verses, the 2 verses are before it, they don't see the verses after. which is horrible?
That's the confusing part, CP. That's the thing. As I told you, I don't find this answer.
No, there's an answer. No, you see? I promise you I will speak nice to you, correct?
Yeah, of course. No,
okay, but don't be upset from me if I say to you now you are deceiving yourself. You know the answer. You know this is false. Are you really saying to me that you do not know that women, they have no sperm? Never have a sperm? Since when women have a sperm? Who is the scientist who said women have a sperm?
No, that's not what I'm trying to mean. I mean, of course, but I would like to have explanation from a Muslim.
This is a Muslim. This is a Bikathiyah.
How they...
My friend, today Muslims, they fabricate. You see what happened? What happened? You see, if the Muslims closer to, let us say, if Peter, who was next to Jesus, he gave me a wrong explanation to what Jesus said, do you think I am, who came 2,000 years after, can I do better explanation? The one who witnessed the teacher, he was in the classroom, he did not get it right, and the one who came 10,000 years after, he got it right. So here, those are the one more close to Islam and more close in age. You know, like we can go to Al-Qurtubi, Al-Tabari. We can confirm that from the hadith itself. Sorry. If we go in the hadith, is it possible that Muhammad himself, he got the interpretation wrong? No way, you know. According to Muhammad, the person, every one of you, will be collected as a semen in the womb of his mother for 40 days. Which scientist can say so? According to Muhammad, when after the baby is finished, the angel, he asked Allah, shall she be a female or male? Now the baby is completed. The hadith in front of you. It says here, when a drop of semen remain in the womb for 40, Muhammad, look, Muhammad is he's so honest. He's not sure, like 40, 45 days, night. The angel come and say, oh my Lord, good or evil. So you see the destiny here? This is another form of stupidity. So according to your prophet, the woman, she kept her semen, the semen from the man, in her womb for 40 or 45 days. According to science, semen can live maximum 5 to 6 days. So which one is saying the truth? And this is authentic. This is very authentic. So if I want to keep saying to myself, well, I'm looking for the answer in front of you, Muhammad making things up. There's no way. Okay, who is the one who taught Muhammad this information? Did he go to school? You told me that Muhammad did not know how to write, how to read, correct?
Yes.
So where did he receive this information? From the angel, correct?
As I say, this is hard to answer, as I told you.
No, it's not hard. You are, you know, I'm just being honest with you. You are afraid. You are afraid. No, it's not hard. You are afraid to say, I agree with you. This is stupid. You are just afraid. It's not about hard answer. No, you know the answer already. You know that this is false.
No, I'm not saying it's not true. But what I'm telling you, when you have, because if I'm grown up in a religion, it's hard for me to caution it over a day. Like I can have some thoughts, but it's hard for me to accept it. As I told you, I need to have my time.
I'm not asking you to leave Islam in a 2 seconds. I'm saying, do you agree this is wrong or not?
Yes, from the explanation, what I've seen here.
No, not explanation. You read it. I want you to read it, not me. Okay, is it wrong or right, according to your understanding?
It's wrong.
Okay, so I do not. That's it. So Islam is wrong. This is the most authentic. This is the Quran. This is the Hadith. So what we can do more? So this is going to be from God. You are out of Islam already. As long as this is wrong, well, this is wrong. You mentioned to me the star. Okay, is the sun is a star? Is it?
Sorry, CP. Once again, I didn't hear you, the last part.
You mentioned to me the star when you mentioned chapter 86. Is it, but I'm saying to you, is the sun is a star?
The sun is a star, yes.
Okay. So when the Quran says that Zulqarnain, he found the sun set in a murky water, and the Muslim, they tried to cover up what the Quran is saying. What do you think about that?
I've heard the explanation. They are speaking about like if you are in the beach and if you see the sun is going down. So
I like what you just said. Where is the beach in the verse?
that's the explanation what I have heard.
No. You see, who care? They are liars. Do you see the word beach? It says spring. Have you ever heard of a spring have a beach?
No.
Okay. So where the sun set, you talk to Zakir Naik, we say, when you go to the ocean, you see the sun is going in the water. You think that the water, the sun is going in the water. But in reality, the Quran is not saying that. It's saying from the appearance. What appearance? It's Allah talking. It's not even Zulqarnain. Allah saying he reached the sitting place of the sun. He found the sun sitting in a spring of a bloody hot boiling water. There's no appearance. This is not from his, the way he saw. No, he found it. And there's a spring of water. There's no ocean. Do you see the word ocean? There's no ocean. So they lie. They add ocean. They change the word spring into ocean. They add the word from his, prescription. Like, what the heck is that? I mean, the verse is so clear. Allah is talking. They ask Muhammad, the Jews, they made fun of Muhammad as usual. They want to get him busted. They said to him, Muhammad, tell us about the prophet Zulqarnain. Muhammad, he believed in that he's a prophet. So now suddenly he became, Zulqarnain become a prophet of Allah, and Allah sent him in the earth, and he made him establish kingdom, etc. But this is fiction. The story of Zulqarnain, Muhammad is copying from it, is a story written by a person from Syria. It's a fiction story about a real person. There's many stories. There's many stories about, like, you will find a movie about president, etc. In his time, there's terrorism. Terrorists, they are coming to kill him. The president is real. The name is real. But all the rest of the story is fiction. And this is exactly what happened. So now they are asking you, Muhammad, Allah speaking, about Zulqarnain, say, I shall recite to you something of his story. Who's talking? Allah. So the one is saying, until he reached the sitting place of the sun, which is stupid to say, because where is the sitting place of the sun? So what the Quran making it clear that there is a place where the sun set, and then he found it sitting. There's an idiot, his name is Fifi. He said that the Quran said that he found the wall as it was going to fall. Found the wall, that means he found a real wall. So he tried to fix it, he make it more blind. As long as you found something, it's a find. It's not a mystery. It's not a fiction. I found. So Allah is talking. He found the sun sitting in a black muddy water. If we go in the hadith, we'll find the hadith confirm that. Here we go. And the funny, the Muslim, they say, if a hadith contradicts the Quran, we don't accept it, which is false. Here we go. This is Muhammad explaining where the sun set. Can Muhammad, do Muhammad know, or can he explain the Quran better than the Muslims, or the Muslims can, I don't know why the website. Okay, it is now. All right. Let us see. Here we go. This is an authentic hadith, sahih in chain. There's nothing wrong with it. I was sitting behind the Messenger of Allah, who was riding a donkey, while the sun was setting. He asked, do you know where this set? I replied, Allah and his apostle know best. He said, it's set in a spring of boiling water, not warm. Translation is false. This is Muhammad. So you said to me, you heard the translation or interpretation for it. And all of them, as you said, its appearance, from his perspective, correct? But as you see, Muhammad, he's confirming now, this is not nothing to do with Azul Quran now, no more. He is telling him where it goes. So do we need more evidence that Muhammad, he is just making things up?
You know, CP, okay, for a moment, just let's say like I'm doubtful about it. And then the question will be arise, okay, what is a true religion? You know?
First of all, there's no true religion. There's a truth. Religion is not a true. Religion is a man-made. Christianity is not a religion. They can call it in dictionary religion, but Christianity is not a religion. The truth is what we should seek.
All right.
Okay.
So then will be the point, what is the truth? As I understand, like maybe speaking to you, or maybe like, you know, it's different because if I speak to a Christian, he will say, our faith is true. If I speak to someone else, he will going on answer the same.
Very normal. Yeah, very normal. But you know, at the end of the day, it is your mind and your soul together. They have to work together, and you come to the truth, which you think it is the truth. You think, not necessarily true. So, in Christianity, when you believe in Jesus, that means you were able to combine both the facts, which is in some cases not facts, but it can be facts. It depends how you see it, and your spirit. So in Christianity, both of them, they have to come together and to accomplish a belief. And that belief, when it happened, then you will know if it is really true or not. How? The Messiah, he said, search the truth and find it, and the truth will set you free. So when you find the truth, you will examine something special. You will be set free, which means you will examine different life and different experience of life. So this is the proof. Because I can say, okay, I want to become a Buddhist, but still I am confused. I mean, it's just fictions and ideas and philosophy. Your soul, you don't have a soul. You are the same as a tree. You're going to come back again as a cockroach or a cat. It's just tons of fictions and confusing stories. But with the Messiah, as the Messiah, he says in John, the truth will set you free. And how the truth will set you free? You will become a new person. So the Messiah, he mentioned, you will be born again. So this is the only proof you can witness, because everything is an idea. Heaven is an idea. It can be true. It can be false. God is an idea. It can be true. It can be false. Everybody who have religion have God. Satan is God for many. So money is God. Sex is God. Everybody have his own God or gods. It's an idea. You believe in it, and then that's it. You are following it. But in the case of the Messiah, you will notice something will change in your life. If somebody convert to Islam and he is a really, really truthful believer, he will become a terrorist. So change will follow if you believe in something from your heart. A person who really convert to Islam, he have no choice but to hate everyone as a Muslim. You see all those videos made by, you know, some, they do dawah, like the guy we were playing his video saying we respect the religion. We know that this is false. So the most common thing you see from those who are Muslims is they do lie. And the most common thing you will see from those who believe in Jesus, they cannot lie. They cannot. So when you see somebody saying you cannot lie and you belong to me, the father of all lies is the devil. And then you see someone like Muhammad saying you can lie to your friends. The wife, she can lie to her husband. The husband can lie to his wife. You can lie to your enemy. So who's left? We establish a society of everybody lying to everybody. And what is the point? Corruption. Because this is what lies do. Corruption in earth. When Muhammad, he say, or the Muslim, they say, that the prophet have 16 privilege. One of them, if his eyes fall into a woman, her husband must divorce her so he can have her. And then we see what Jesus said is totally the opposite. Totally the opposite. When David, he took a woman, he married her. How he married her? He sent her husband to war. He liked the women. So the husband died at war so he can marry her. God condemned him. God destroyed his family. God even caused even his son to die. That is the difference. So you have a God is the God of the is a devilish God in Islam, and in Christianity you will see dignity. You will see the top of ethic. Actually, you cannot find, and I challenge anyone to find someone is extreme in ethic as Jesus. I mean, he make it so hard for us as a Christians.
A question there, CB. I can just have some few questions regarding Christianity. First of all, what I was wondering, what makes Christianity true? And what I mean in this sense, the Bible you have, because you maybe probably have also heard like Bible is corrupted. As I told you, I'm not so into it, but we have heard this argument many times. And what I'm thinking, it has come from something, like people cannot make these things up. So then you need to discuss, like, because I know a little bit, like the author of the Bible, or like especially the New Testament, it's unknown.
Who said that to you? Who said that to you? So why we call them the Bible of John if it's unknown? Why we call it the Bible of Luke if it's not known? We have names for them, so how they are unknown? What they say to you about unknown, they say the copy of the copy of the copy, but they are known. So when the Christians, when the first time the Christian they have, let us say, an expensive book, is when the Roman king become a Christian. Before that, those are poor Christians. They write in a very cheap material, and those cheap material will be destroyed by time, even if you put them inside the glass. But there is nothing true about saying unknown. What we have is the copy of the copy, even according to the most people who they criticize the Bible, like Bart Herman. He says there's no book in the world have confirmation and evidence as the Bible. This is number one enemy of the Bible. And he's an atheist. We have tens of thousands of manuscripts. So when they say that to you, is a lie. Secondly, Christianity is not even the Bible. Because remember, the Word of God was not a book. Jesus, he spoke. He did not write books. Do we agree?
Okay, yeah.
And when Jesus in Matthew, he said, heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will not pass away. He was not talking about just a book. He was talking about his words. So the true God always will preserve his book, will preserve his word, and nobody can conquer it. And he promised that heaven and earth will be destroyed. And those who they claim that the Bible is changed, well, they have to provide evidence. Or what they say to you, well, we find a copy. Here, the verse here, it looked different from this verse. But that will not change anything, because the Bible written in many languages, in many ways, and some books are destroyed. There's leftover. There's a page over. There's 10 pages left. There's some books they have 100 pages left. So when the translation of the Bible is updated, you will see they are not denying what was, but they are confirming what was there. Because the more we discover manuscript, the more it's confirming what we have, not the opposite. As an example, there's a translation, like international translation, which is taking some verses, and they claim that those they could not find them in a certain manuscript. But this is a false argument, because simply, who said that it should be in everywhere? Those people, they write down from memory, and those people, they write down by hand. So if you write down now, like now I wrote 4 books. after I wrote them, I had to do recorrection many times, grammar, words, even numbers. You know that people, they do book editing, correct?
Mhm.
And always they find that after they write, there is an error in the writing. So those people, they are writing with your own hand. Yes, the Bible is so accurate. Today we are writing with computer. We can find now how many words in my Microsoft Word I wrote. I can find where is the word is written exactly by one click. Still we have errors in the book we write. But in the Bible, which is written by hand, by a very cheap material, still all books around the world, they are agreeing about everything Jesus did. So all Christians around the world, the Ethiopian, the Indian, Christianity spread all over. And there's no form of communication, which means the one who live in India, he cannot communicate with someone who live in Ethiopia. This is now, we can communicate through the internet in the speed of light, if you say. But before it's impossible. Yet the church who established in Mumbai in India more than 1,400, 500 years ago, or even more, and the church was established in Ethiopia, they are not different. Both of them, they have the same scriptures. The Messiah was crucified. The Messiah said that in the cross. The Messiah did this. The Messiah, he healed that. So Christians spread around the world. How in the world that can happen? How you can make all the Christians in the world agree to corrupt their book, even though they are different, even different sect? So this is impossible, and this is one of the false claim. Same time, if Allah is the one who sent the Bible, then Allah could not protect his book. That means Allah cannot be God.
That was my second question, because I've heard it before. He told me, like most of the time the Muslim says, the Injil is not the real Injil what we have seen today. And you have also asked this question. So where is the real Bible, and why is it not protected? So that was also why I'm learning by myself, because it's a good point, which you point out.
The Quran says, لا مبدل لكلمات الله. Nobody can change the word of Allah. The Muslim, they say Allah, he meant only the Quran, but he did not say that, So the false fiction, however, we don't believe that the Bible is coming from Allah anyway. But this is the hypocrisy of this religion. When they want, nobody can change the word of Allah, and that is the Quran. But why God would not let all his book corrupted and keep only one? Is he stupid? Is he mental? Do Allah discriminate between his books? What do you think?
No, but there is an explanation in the Quran that the Bible were corrupted, and that's the reason why.
No, nowhere in the Quran it says the Bible is corrupt. That's a lie. In fact, the Quran says the Bible is not corrupt. If you go in the Quran, you see, not only the Quran saying nobody can change the word of Allah, as an example, chapter 6, verse number 34, chapter 6, 115, etc. You will find the Quran saying clearly that when Muhammad he came, he confirmed what is with us now. If you go to chapter 2, verse number 89, or chapter 2, verse number 41, confirming what is with them, not was, confirming now, chapter 2, verse number 41.
Because there is one caution. I remember, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, but do you see it says confirming what is with you?
Yes, that was, I have a point there. If you take back it, because I know there is a verse in the Bible which says after Jesus there will be no prophets. So what I'm saying, if
Jesus is what?
There will be no prophets after Jesus.
No.
Or the prophets there will be a false prophet. So that's my question. If we Muslims says the Bible is the word of God, and if the reading is there that there will be no more prophets, so why is there one more prophet? I don't know if you get my
My friend,
point.
first of all, you see, I hear your point, but first of all, who said that Muhammad is a prophet? A prophet is someone who prophesies, and his prophecy, they come to be true. All the prophecy of Muhammad became false. As an example, we were talking before you called me, I don't know if you heard me. Muhammad, he said, لِيُوشِكْنَا Isa, the Messiah, the son of Maryam, will come down between you very soon. But this is 1400 years ago. Muhammad, he said, this child will not grow old before the judgment day come. And never happened, nothing happened. And this is 1400 years ago. Every prophecy, you will see that the Muslims, when they say the prophecy of Muhammad come true. As an example, Muhammad, he prophesied that the Constantinia will be conquered. Muhammad, he said, you will conquer, speaking to the Arab, not the Turkish. You, in fact, Muhammad, he says, never fight the Turkish as long as they don't fight you. Muhammad never thought they will become Muslims. Muhammad, he believed that the Turkish are Gog and Magog. They are evil. So when Muhammad, he says something, Muhammad, he was making a speech before he go to attack Tabuk. And he said, you will conquer Constantinople. He was encouraging his men. They went there, they come back empty-handed. They could not do it. And then when it happened, 1,000, 2,000 years after, we say, see, here we go. The prophet, he says, you will conquer the Constantinople. We did. You did not. It was the Turkish who is the enemy of the Arab. So the Muslim, they manipulate the statement of Muhammad. Muhammad, he was encouraging to go and fight. He says, attack the Roman and get the blondie girls.
Yeah, I've seen that verse. But the thing is, the main question is, as I asked in the beginning, so why Islam, you see? What's the benefit? Like, why, for example, like, what is the benefit, like, Prophet Muhammad get from all of this?
The benefit is Muhammad, he want to make himself a prophet, and he is not there. He cannot be. He cannot be. First of all, the Bible make it clear. There's two conditions of false prophet. First, if you prophesy in the name of other God, in this case Allah. Second, if you prophesy and his prophecy come to be false. So Muhammad did both. In the Quran, there's other condition, which is the stupid Muhammad agree upon. As an example, if you remember, Allah, he put conditions on the Jews. Do you know what the condition?
If you can just show me the verse, it will be.
So Allah, he put conditions on the Jews that they should not believe any prophet unless he gives sacrifice, and then Allah, he will send a fire to consume it. Chapter 3, verse 183.
Sorry, chapter 3, 181?
183.
183.
You will notice here that Muhammad, he did not say this is not true. He agreed. Okay, so why they will believe in him? If Allah himself, he put a condition, read carefully. Those Jews who said, verily Allah has taken our promise, an oath, not to believe in any messenger unless he bring an offering which the fire from heaven shall devour. Say, verily there has come to you messengers before me with a clear signs, but you did not believe in them. No? If Allah, he told them this is the sign.
But this is not the test, you see.
No, this is the test. Hold on, Muhammad agree with it. No, hold on. Did Muhammad agree, or he said it's not true? He agreed. So if this is the test made by Allah, Allah, he said to them, there is only one thing you should do to examine a prophet. You ask him to give a sacrifice, and then to show you that I send this guy, I will send a fire from heaven, the same as God, he sent to the fire to Abraham. When Allah, supposedly, he took the story from the Bible, when Abraham, instead of sacrificing his son, Isaac, He gave, God, He provided. The Quran says that Allah provided dhabhan azim, which means a great sacrifice. Allah, He sent the fire to consume it. This is the same. So Allah making a statement saying, you shall not accept anyone to be a messenger unless he do this. So why Muhammad don't do it if this is what Allah He asked them as a condition?
CP, my understanding of this verse is, this is a caution for the people, because, you know, like the prophets at that time, people didn't also believe in them. So this verse, what I understand, is saying that there were prophets with signs, and you still didn't believe in them.
Doesn't matter.
So
doesn't matter. If Allah told me that the prophet who will come to you Jews, you shall not believe him unless he do this, then you should do it. Just do it. What the problem is it?
But he did, right?
No. You see, he did not. He did not. And Allah did not send fire because He knew. I mean, what He will lose if Allah will. If this is what they expose them, bring a sacrifice, make a miracle, let the fire come from the sky, and then all those Jews will get busted. So what He will lose? Sacrificing a sheep. Sacrifice a sheep and let everybody see that you are a messenger of God. But he refused because he have zero miracles. So Muhammad did not say to them, oh no, this is true. This is not true. Allah did not give you this condition. No, He agreed. He said to them in the top of that, before me messengers, they come to you with the clear signs. Okay, give your signs. How come those messengers, they gave a clear signs? And who are they, those messengers who gave a clear signs and they did not believe? Give me the names. Jesus? That's false. Because all the followers of Jesus, they were Jews. All the followers of Jesus. None of them is not a Jew. So if you say the Jews refused, that's a lie. If you say the Jews refused the miracle of Jesus, this is a lie. The Bible confirmed how many, a lot of people believe, and they were amazed of the sign of Jesus. So here is just an excuse. Muhammad, he cannot prove to them that he is sent by God, he claimed. It's very easy. Slaughter a sheep, make offering to, you know, how come Allah is ready to send the fire in the story of, you know, the story of the children of Adam?
Yeah.
Okay.
You mean the, yeah.
Yeah. In the story of Adam, the kids, they want to have sex with their sister. I mean, so Allah, He have time to send fire just for the sake of a guy who want to have sex with his sister. And they give sacrifice in chapter 5, verse number 27. Very funny story. But Allah don't have time. Maybe He's out of gas. He cannot turn the gas on. Maybe his matches are not there. So as long as you made the condition is to send the fire, we'll send the fire. Do it. Get them busted. Did Jesus say to the Jews, oh, there is messengers before me, they need a sign, I will not give you any more signs? Or Jesus was a miracle machine. Wherever He go, He is doing miracles.
As you say, this type, I need to have more time to, because I haven't read the Bible. I cannot speak for myself what I've seen in the Quran. And the points which I have, I was not really prepared. The verses I would like to talk to you. But as I told you, I've seen your many lives and I've seen the questions you have. And I still don't find those answers from what I hope from others, scholars. As I mentioned, from the people in the speaker's corner. And I don't understand why.
My friend, speaker corners, they are not scholars, they are potatoes. They are a bunch of dummy making business.
No,
and that's why they don't dare to talk to me.
People don't debate you because I see a lot of them, the people who you are in debate with, like, I don't find it so fruitful, you see, because it's more of denial. It's more like I want to win. But for me, it's more important, like, to accept if something is wrong and like to see the truth.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm missing from the debates.
And I'm here trying to help you. You see, I'm not against you as a person. I understand your struggle. But as you see, if Allah, He gave, I mean, this is very simple to understand. If Allah, He gave them a condition, says, hey, listen, Jews, don't accept any messenger unless he do this. So what is their fault? It's like, you know, your mother, you are a kid. She said to you, hey, honey, mom, don't open the door to any stranger unless he tell you this word. That word is specifically. So he will not open the door, correct? So here actually the verse here proving that the Jews are not bad people, they are just obeying to God, and they are saying, okay, hold on, we are not refusing you. We did not. Do what God, he told us to do. That's it. All what you need to do, bring a sheep, slaughter the sheep in the name of Allah. And then Allah will send the fire, and then everybody in town will witness amazing miracle, how fire come from heaven, consuming the sheep, and then everybody will praise God. I mean, is it possible that all the Jews, nobody will believe? Don't you think this is the story here is stupid? You know, don't you see that somebody, like the Muslim, they go in the street having a conversation with the guy, after 10 minutes he became a Muslim? Is that true? You saw the videos, right?
I've seen some couple of
okay,
videos, yes.
So how about fire come from heaven in front of your eyes? Is it possible that all the Jews witnessing, not even one will believe? Do it. He cannot do it. And the Quran confirmed that Muhammad has 0 miracles. This is why if you type the word ayah, you will find that all of them about what? Muhammad, he don't have any ayah, he don't have any sign. Never, you know. Ayatun min rabbihi. They keep asking, how come he don't have, how come their prophet, he don't have any ayah? All the prophet, they have miracles. They say, if just one sign sent down from his Lord, say, Allah's certainly able to send down signs. But most of them don't know. Like, what do you mean you don't know? Just do it. Look at this answer. They are saying to him, just one sign, they are begging for one miracle. If one miracle come down from his Lord, this God who keep talking about, say to them, Muhammad, Allah can do miracle, but you don't know. Look, what does this have to do with the challenge? Imagine I come to people, I say to them, I'm prophet of God. Okay, prophet of God. You see, miracles is given to prophet for what reason? So people believe them, correct? That they have a superpower with them, supported by someone, must be God, correct? A prophet, when he do miracle, is not doing a show. This is not a circus, correct? So he do a miracle in order to confirm that he have a heavenly power in his side to confirm him. But this man, he cannot. And then you will find the Muslim, they wrote in the hadith hundreds of miracles. The prophet is speaking to the lizard saying shahada, the tree walk, and they trees convert to Islam. Okay, as long you are saying that those people will not believe, and they are asking you for fire, how come you speak to the lizard? But this is in the hadith. Those are fabricated. Those hundreds of years after Muhammad's death. If those are really happened in the time of Muhammad, they will be in the Quran. How come the Quran speak about every single miracle of Jesus almost? Making the blind see, raising people from death, walking and feeding thousands of people. I mean, endless number of miracles. He can tell you even what you had in your house. He can read your mind. And then the Quran never speak about anything. The only miracle the Muslim they claim about is Al-Qamar in the Quran. But this cannot be a miracle. Why? Because this is a false prophecy. Muhammad,
the splitting of the moon?
The splitting of the moon. Yes. Okay. The chapter of the Qamar. The verse saying that the moon is split asunder because the judgment day is started.
Yeah, I remember you had this conversation.
So this was a false prophecy, and simply this is the eclipse. You know, if you read the interpretation of this, you will see the Muslim saying that when the moon is split, the Mount of Hara appear, and the two sides of the moon, the two pieces split far distance from each other to the point the mountain appear. And here you see how stupid this story. I will draw for you on the screen. Let me do this. And I can show you the reference too.
No, it's don't need. I know the reference you have, like most of the time when you speak, so you have the reference.
Yeah. So here you see, let us say, this is the moon.
Sorry, CP, I don't see your screen.
You will see it. I gave you the link and Rambo did not open it.
Yeah, I'm in the Rumble.
So now this is the Mount of Hara, you know. The Mount of Hara is here, let us say. Is in the front of it. Let us make it brown in color. And use thick pen. So this is the mountain. And the mountain is covering the moon, actually, you know. The moon is behind. So we cannot see the moon. And now the moon is split two pieces, according to the hadith. So there's a piece here, and they went so far from each other to the point we can see the moon, even though the moon is behind the mountain. If such a thing happened, don't you think this will be appear around the world? Or only in Mecca?
But they were saying, you know, as I can speak from the other who I've listened to, they say, for example, people in India have seen the splitting of the moon. If you remember, Sheikh Usman.
That's what Uthman. Go give me the you know, my friend. First of all, people of India, they cannot see splitting of the moon. Where in India exactly? Which city? The ones who will see it is those who they are having the same time, not the one they will have morning when we have night. Those are the same time is going to be Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Israel, Syria, Yemen. Those are at the same time. Let's say the edge of Pakistan maybe. But when somebody say that somebody saw this, that means the whole world at that time, whoever in that territory, in the same time, at night time, they saw such a thing. There's no history report of any such a thing. There's for sure eclipse, but this does not split the moon. Here we see, it says in the hadith that the mountain appear, and the two pieces, the two moon, the moon become two moons, not a crack. And they are separated to the point the mountain become between them. And this guy, Sheikh Uthman, this is a big fat liar. You would take a statement from Uthman? Uthman, the one who says that there's many Messiah in Islam? Uthman, he the one who brought a book. They challenged him about the book of Uthman. He bought a book from the library. It says the book of Uthman. And then he brought it to the park, and there's the stupid, when he went there, they told him open the page. You will see it says in the same book, it says this cannot be the Quran of Uthman. The same book in his hand. This is the guy this is the guy. Okay, hold on.
No, I've seen your debate with him. I know one time when he was calling you, which I found, because finally there was someone who I could answer your question, I see, but he couldn't. Yeah, I didn't find it very
okay,
good.
You know what? Uthman will help you with something. If you remember, in one of the videos, and I play in my intro every time I go live sometime, he said that Muhammad, he was a pagan and he did not know what Jibreel is. Did you hear it?
I don't remember that.
Here we go. I will play it for you. But I don't know if you will be able to hear me. I will play it in Ramble.
But I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith.
He said, he did not know what Abraham is because he did not come from Abrahamic faith.
Did Uthman refer? Was he saying that?
Yeah, it's in front of us on the screen. I just played it. Gabriel, Muhammad, he did not know Gabriel because he's not from Abrahamic faith. I will play it again. Let me play it. So he's lying to a Christian in the park.
I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
You see, he do not know who is. He do not know. Did you hear what he said? He do not know who is Abraham. He do not know who is Gabriel because he did not come from Abrahamic faith. He is the people of Mecca. They were pagan. So he just admit that Muhammad was pagan, never was Abrahamic. This is the biggest fat lie Muslim they repeat always, either by ignorant or by lying, that Muhammad was Abrahamic. But as you see, Muhammad never was Abrahamic. He don't even know anything about Abrahamic faith. I know I showed you the verse in the Quran where it says that he know not what faith is.
Yeah, I showed earlier. So you see the CP, that's the point. What to do now? If you understand.
You leave Islam, you know, and then we will discuss with you. If not now today, take your time to read some about the Bible, whatever you want, and come back to me, and I will help you. But if you are convinced, that Islam is false, then why you hesitate?
You know, it's not about, because this is something you have been following all your life. You think it's with the habits. It's not something which you can live in one day.
No, you can. No, you can. What is it like a drugs? What do you mean habit? This is not. You know, you are an adult. You are mature, and as long if you agree with me that Islam is false, then Islam is false. That's it. What habit? You want to follow something stupid just because it's a habit to be stupid?
No, it's more like I need my time to explore, like to get a better understanding. Because, as I told you, I would love to hear this from a Muslim scholar, not because I don't trust what you are telling, but I just want to get the point to have this question to someone and let me hear what they have to, their explanation.
My friend, all their explanation is explanation from people in YouTube is a fraud. Explanation of the scholars is there. The Arabic Quran is there, and you yourself you need to compare. And I showed you everything I showed you. None of them is maybe not what it says. It's obvious. So I'm not showing you something maybe, maybe not. I'm showing you clear evidence.
No, that's what I mean. But what I mean, it's hard to like take it at the moment, because the reason why I'm also following you, I have my doubt, and that was the reason I wanted to talk to you live. But the thing is, for me, next step for me is like I would like to.
Okay, let's do this.
Read the Bible.
Let us do this. Somebody in the chat, he says, why you don't invite those you call them scholars to debate me?
Yeah, that's also my question also. Because, you know, I've actually write to somebody in the Speaker's Corner. You know this group, SC Dawa.
Who?
I have SC Dawa in the YouTube.
SC Dawa? Okay.
Yeah, I have wrote to them. You can also contact them. And I have talked to someone live, but I don't get the chance. They say like they can't take live chats. So it's better if you just post a question. But this type of topics, it's not I can explain in 1 or 2 sentences. I need more time.
No problem. Well, my friend, take your time and just be honest with yourself. It's your salvation, not mine. It's your life, it's your future. And nobody can see it better than you, where you want to be. But as you see, Islam is nothing but satanic, demonic cult. God who promised us nothing but sex, he cannot be. This is a sexual God. God is holy. His promise is holy. Life he wants from us is to be holy life. Life with ethic. We commit sin, yes. But we don't preach sin. We don't claim that sin is the best way to live. We struggle with sin. We do sin. We feel bad. We feel guilty. We ask for forgiveness. We pray. So a human being always will struggle with sin. But Islam encouraged sin. Islam changed the name of sin. So fornication, Muhammad, he called it zawaj, nikah. So zawaj mut'a, zawaj friend, you go one night in the hotel. This is called zawaj. But all of us, we knew that this is nothing but a fornication. Even prostitution in the Quran is permitted. So force not your girls to do prostitution, and those are slaves, sex slaves. If they choose chastity, well, and if you force them, Allah is all merciful, there's no penalty. So the only religion beside maybe Hinduism and Buddhism promote prostitution is Islam. That's why in the culture of the Buddhist, prostitution is not seen as something bad. But Islam do the same. They kidnap girls, they force them into prostitution, and this was a practice in the time of Muhammad. In the time of Muhammad. So there was, now we have Andrew Tates. In the time of Muhammad, all the companions of Muhammad, they are Andrew Tate. And then Muhammad now, he received complaint from the wives, because the wife, those people, they are busy with the women, they have a lot of women. Muhammad, all what he can do, he says, force them not to do prostitution if they choose a chastity. So if they choose to be prostitutes, it's okay. And if you force them, Allah is all merciful. No penalty. This is the Quran.
I've seen the verse, yeah.
Yeah, chapter 24, verse number 33.
Is this CP? What I tried to say. I've seen all of your debates. Like past 6 months, I've been following all your debates and everything. And that's the reason why I'm starting to doubt and get these thoughts. But what I will do next, I will try to read the Bible, and let's see if I have some question there, and that it will be I think it will be more fruitful discussion where I can have a chance like ask something. But I appreciate very much for you calling me, and
well, I'm happy to speak to you, and I hope I keep my promise with you. I spoke to you. I hope I wasn't rude with you. Was I?
No. I know how you are with others. So
all right. So thank you for calling, and I will be happy to hear from you soon if you have any questions. And I will give you time to read. You know, I hope soon I will hear good news from you.
all right. Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Let us pray for our friend here, this nice man who is a Muslim, seeking the truth. Let us pray for him that he will see the truth, and the truth will set him free. I mean, all the evidence take us to believe in one thing, that Muhammad is nothing but a fraud, and the only Savior is Jesus.